I just visited his last fight. The guys from the gym invited me to visit the fight. I thought it's like would be cool to go there and support him. Yeah, because he's a young guy from Russia. So I got there, and then after the fights, Alexei asked me if I could test him. So I really just wanted to give him some information because I have like some experience in this field, just to give him like the direction to help him somehow. And then after we started doing testing, Alexei said that he wants to work with me as like his strength and conditioning coach.
First time when I heard about Nikolai was when he was working in Moscow and when I was in Russia. So he was working in Moscow with professional boxers, and he was one of the best guys over there about strength conditioning.
My name is Nikolai Tokarev. I'm strength and conditioning coach. I started my coaching career in Russia 10 years ago. Most of my work with professional athletes were with fighters. With UFC fighters, with boxers, with wrestlers.
I was just watching from the side how he working with guys, and his scientific way of doing that. They always making notes, they always working from the heart rate, how it's going down or up, how you recover and all that stuff. And I think right now, with all benefits of our time, it's really important to use everything that you can in preparation and be as much scientific as it's possible. Even with my father, I was working like an old school method. You're just pushing yourself all the time, but at the same moment, my father always was checking my heart rate, especially when it was a couple of weeks before the fights. And he was really careful with not overwork before competition.
Yeah, so I met Alexei here a couple years back here at the gym. Great kid, saw him working hard, very quiet. We started talking to him a little bit. Next thing you know, we're going to all his fights, and we were very fortunate enough to be at his last fight when he won the championship belt down in Mikasuki. Great kid, hard worker. I've never seen anybody work as hard as he has.
Juan is our original fan. He's been to all the fights. He even drove up to the Tampa, to Orlando. He's our #1 guy and has been to all the fights. So he gets the first belt.
I'll take it.
So the difference between boxing and MMA, the MMA fighters, they have to be like stronger because there is wrestling. For boxers, we need to make them explosive. Strength training can help with that, but there is not requirements for like true maximal strength. For MMA fighters, if they get stronger in the main exercises, it's already good progress. For boxers, if they get stronger but don't get more explosive, this is not the outcome we want. So Alexei is naturally explosive. So I tested lower body power and upper body power. All the results for his body weight, for his weight class, very good. Today was a classic full body strength workout. So we did squats, we did RDLs, we did dumbbell bench presses, overhead presses, dumbbell rows. So like pretty much all the main movements. With strength training with Alexei, I would say the main goal that we pursue with the strength training is just keep him healthy. So athletes that naturally have like this like force and explosive power, a lot of time this explosive power can make a lot of harm on the joints because they produce a lot of forces. So with the strength training, we can make the body more resilient to those forces. We estimated the areas that needs to be improved, and we're gonna focus on that. So this is actually our first official week of working together. Previous week, we just did all the tests, so I just was collecting the information about him. This week, I already created the program, and we officially started.
We're preparing body for real hard work right now, and also we increasing conditioning in the right way. He's not killing me right now, but he's improving my conditioning and how my heart reacting for that, how my legs reacting for running. When I was 240, 250, and when I made it in the wrong way, I felt that I quit, but I didn't feel good recovery, and I felt that my body doesn't have enough energy. So I was good for a couple of rounds, but it wasn't enough because right now it's like a marathon. Distances become longer.
I love the training methods. I know that Nikolai is one of the, I would say, accredited coaches from the Eastern Bloc. I met Nikolai here in the gym, but turns out I knew him way before. I used to work with one of my partners, and now the dots clicked, and now I understood what he's actually about. And when you come here, you actually see his dedication and most importantly, the organization. I like that they both understand each other, and I think Nikolai's, I would say, in a way, demeanor reflects Lex's ability to connect and train on that. Professional and in a way peaceful level, because these guys, they get along, they're not bullshitting, they come in, they're both never late, they go do it, and I think it's going to be great. Especially right now when we have 12 hours, 12 weeks before the next fight. Every week still, even though we don't have a fight, it's very properly structured. And when it's properly structured, we know what we're doing. Nobody has chaos in the mind. Lex knows what he's doing. Russia sometimes has, or Eastern Bloc, or Soviet Union in general, they have that mass appeal, meaning they could do this brutally, and maybe 2-3 guys become godlike superstars. And again, 70% might become handicapped. So this is the difference between this. I think it's more based on the people, because America is what America. There's so many new coaches, trainers, philosophies. Everything changes all the time. But Russians still are just keeping way to the classics. See, in the States, sometimes the coaches, they're like, everybody has a new method. Every year there's a new trending thing that they do. Over there, it's still more classified as the highest education. Here, you don't really need a bachelor's degree to be coaching. In Russia, nobody even lets you do in the gym before that, without that. So I like the structure, and like the Nikolai is bringing best of both worlds. He's been working here, he's been working with American football players, baseball players, and then he combines the guys here to the guys coming from Eastern Europe, and his clientele speaks for himself, and hopefully the track record. And the plan is for Lex to be in his best shape of his life for the next fight, and I think it's gonna be. Plus, knowing Lex's abilities, his heart, his dedication, power, and everything else, I truly believe that he will be the best prepared heavyweight for the future new class of boxers, the new cipher. And just because of that, I mean, again, the dedication, it's written in the stars. What do you think? It's gonna happen?
Sure.
See, that was confidence, sure, right there. Sure, there's gonna be.
What I can say else, you explained everything. So, yeah, about this difference between Eastern Europeans and post-Soviet Union countries, I think it's old school everywhere, and it's really exist coaches in Russia and post-Soviet Union countries who push you hard, but at the same moment they understand that you can't go hard all the time because your body needs to recover, and in amateurs you fight all year round, so you can't just have a proper rest between training camps and all that stuff. And you need to really be careful with your workouts because you can just burn yourself out. So, and I'm a young guy, but I have a lot of experience with that, and yeah, sometimes you just feel fucked up because of not proper training structure,
So I'm taking care basically of Alexei Dronov's social media, now his YouTube channel. The whole point is today, if you're a fighter, you need to think yourself as a brand, and you need to market yourself as a brand. And we feel like Alexei has everything it takes to get to the top, to reach the top in his career on the sports aspect, but so that he can focus only on that, we have people like me, like Robert, that surround him, helping him on everything else. And I'm the guy that's gonna help him on branding and on content, on getting him on Instagram, having as many eyes as possible on him. And we try to do it naturally, to work things around Alexei's personality, what he likes, what he doesn't like. Very soon we want to start talking about his passion for video games and have him talk about that. And what's awesome is to see Alexei getting better, to get to know him and to be able to do stuff that's even better tailored for him and see him getting better in front of the camera. And that's going to be very important, is to get Alexei to be extremely fluent on camera and be able to talk perfectly to the camera. And then, you got to think short form, you got to think social media, so you got to think of Alexei being able to deliver punchlines and sentences really fast so that it can get clipped and get viral and have eyes on him. There's a guy, do you know Derek Lewis in the UFC? Derek Lewis, the guy who said, my balls was hot, and he took off his shorts and said, my balls was hot. That got him a title shot. Just because it was funny, it was a meme, he was off a victory, KO victory, that got him a title shot. So do not underestimate the importance of social media and your ability to be a brand. Because Derek Lewis, for instance, became a brand because of that. My balls was hot. He could have had copyrighted that phrase and he would have made money out of it. I don't know, maybe he did it, but you got to think of that. Take your shirts off.
You can see it on OnlyFans.